it's time to portion out the meat. I want 2 pounds of meat to grind. So if I'm going to do 30% brisket, that's 9.6 ounces. Now, actually, I've already done this one. It comes out a little bit more than 9.8, but I'm going to cut some of this stuff off. So, got that. 9.6. Now for the sirloin. Sirloin is the one that's got 40% in it, so I need 12.8 ounces of it. Alright, 12.77%. Okay, and now the oxtail. The oxtail needs to be 9.6 ounces. Confess, I've never butchered an oxtail. I don't know how much of this is going to be bone and how much of this is going to be meat. Looks like a lot of it's going to be bone. I need 9.6. Without the bone, this is 9.2. 15.38. There's going to be enough there. I hope. Alright, well, I'm going to get these cut up into roughly quarter-inch pieces and get them in the freezer for about 20 minutes, and then we'll start grinding them. Here's the 2 pounds worth of meat. The brisket, the oxtail, and the sirloin. All gonna go in the freezer for 20 minutes. Then we'll put them in there and see what we can do. Well, the other part of this equation, of course, is the brisket that's gonna go on top. It's at 178 internal. Pit's holding at 243. Beginning to look pretty good though. Crust is finally forming. A little bit moist for the crust to be set, so I'm gonna leave it a little bit longer. Thought you might like to see it. Here's the chunked up meat, kind of mixed together. I'll do about 1/4 at a time. Put it in here and then pulse it just 10 times for a second. Let's see what that looks like. That actually looks pretty darn good. Do another 25%. This has been in the freezer for 20 minutes after getting cut up into small pieces. So that way it stays together better. And away we go. Alright, well, I'm not going to watch me do it all, but you get the gist. That's what it looks like. We're going to portion them out, 1/2 pound each. $8.1. I'll take And there's one. Pulls together, looks like hamburger to me. All right. There's two. Come back to me when there's four. Here they are, all 4 half-pound balls ready to get. 2 are gonna get flattened and put into the sous vide, and 2 are just gonna go into get flattened and get put into the refrigerator, waiting to be cooked later. Here the brisket is at 190 internal. At 195, 196. This is a prime, so they tend to be done earlier, so about 195, 196. I'm going to start probing it, see if it's probe tender or not. Here's the 2 I'm fixing to vacuum seal up. They'll go into the sous vide machine. Here are the 2 pieces of meat ready to go into the sous vide. The water's at 131.5. 131.5. For some reason, my sous vide is about a degree and a half off. So I have to, if I want 130, I got to put it at 135. So I put the 2 pieces of meat in my little submerger thing here. Submerge them in the water. So it's ready to sit there for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Be back in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now the non-sous vide has been on for 4 minutes and just flipped it for its first time. Here's what it looks like after one flip. Kind of falling apart, but that's to be expected. Here's the brisket after its 2-hour rest in the cooler. Hey, this one is the sous vide one that we're just putting on here in a couple minutes to get some marks on it. Here are the 2 burgers. This one is the sous vide one, and this one is the one that was cooked on the grill. This one's plumper, thicker, but it did fall apart some. This one's thinner, but does appear to be a little bit more juicy. So I'm going to cut into them now and see if I can tell a difference. Well, basically look the same. I'm sorry. They basically look the same. This one was cooked to 160, this one went to about 145 actually. Now to taste one, sorry. It's not bad. It's not dry, but it's not moist either, like I expected it to be. But it's pretty tasty. I'll try the non-sous vide one. Sorry, took a bigger bite than I meant to. It's definitely drier than this other one, but it has a little bit better taste. It's interesting. They're both edible, but I'd probably rather eat this one than this one because, as I said, this one I had a hard time chewing. But, well, now I know there's not really much difference between sous vide them for 2.5 hours or putting them on the grill. So, if you got time to sous vide them, go ahead. If you're in a hurry, this was done about 8 minutes aside. Maybe do it 7 minutes aside, and it's not bad. So next up, See if we can recreate the food porn hamburger. It's been a long day. A lot of things didn't go right, as usual. Here it is. Here's my recreation of that food porn picture. Show it this thing. Hamburger, cheeseburger, bell peppers with the brisket on top. It's a good thick looking little burger, I think anyway. The only problem is after eating just half of each of those other sandwiches to see which one was better, I'm full. I gotta take a bite of it though. So here we go. It's actually very good together. It's very, very good together. The bell peppers are a little bit burnt. The juiciness of the brisket, the sort of dried out hamburger. It's actually pretty good. Well, that's my attempt at recreating food porn. Here's what it looked like. And I'll see if I can freeze frame one of my other ones since I've already bitten it and show what mine look like next to it. That's it for this edition of the Gadget Griller. Have a good day.